Hey everyone. So these days, a new Android phone is released like every other day. There's a large variety to choose from. Some of them are authorized or certified by Google, and others aren't. Some of them have large displays, some of them have smaller displays, um, larger capacities, more premium phones, or just a cheap phone that you can get. Um, but new Android phones are released all the time, and most of the times people just forget about the ones that are already out there. So for today, I just wanted to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, um, certified by Google, and how it's still a really good phone, all things considered, even when looking at the newer phones that have come out in the last year. I've only been using it for 2 weeks now, but it's been a very interesting time so far. I switched from the iPhone 4S. I'm still an Apple person, but I just could no longer afford it on the rates that were being offered. So I switched to Android, and this was the only phone that I could afford. Since then, literally, I think I got the last one available. Um, they don't sell it anymore, at least with Wind, with Wind Mobile in Canada. They said that they don't offer it anymore, that they've discontinued it, and that I'm not entirely sure if other people are offering it. But if you can find it secondhand from somewhere else, then if the price is good, I highly suggest you pick it up. I liked switching from the iPhone to this uh, in certain aspects, but for other things, I miss the iPhone. Um, Pretty much in this video, I'll have a comparison between things things found in the iPhone and things found in Android phones that most people have come to be used to. The number one thing that I hated, well, I will say hated, is that while the Google Play Store is a very large store with many options, uh, it just didn't have the same caliber of apps that the iTunes App Store has. I was still able to find a lot of the applications that I do use, but other applications that I do use a lot, were not available on this, and because of that, I still use my old iPhone to play certain games and check up on certain applications. Um, while I could use my iPad to do that as well, it's hard to carry around your iPad with you everywhere. But things I liked about this phone are that the screen is larger. There's no buttons on the front. It's all software buttons. That is something that I actually like. I was getting a little sick of the Apple Home button. I had some issues with it in the past on older iPod devices. Um, and this is just means it's one less thing to worry about breaking or becoming less responsive. I like the front-facing camera and the rear camera. I'm a little off on on the placement of the front-facing camera, but it's still a halfway decent camera. Now, the rear-facing camera, I have to say, isn't as great as the iPhone 4S. Um, but it's still really good compared to other phones that I've tried out. I've been really like the flash. I just have a problem sometimes with the Android camera software that's on the Galaxy Nexus. I do like also though that you can remove the back plate. Sorry about that. You can remove the back plate, and if you ever have problems with the battery, you can always just replace the battery It's just a little difficult to get the back plate back on it. Now, for taking screenshots, which I would do a lot on the iPhone, I would take them very easily just by pressing the lock button on the top and the home button at the same time. And it was really easy to just do that, and it would be instantaneous. And I know that it's really simple to do it on the Galaxy Nexus also by just pressing the on button and the down volume. But it's still a little problematic to me because it's not instantaneous and it does take a couple seconds. So, especially if you're watching a video and you want to take a quick picture of the screen, sometimes it's delayed enough that you completely miss what you want to do a screen grab of. Another problem that I had was with the speaker. While it is loud for most videos, and this could just be an issue with the videos that I'm watching, I wasn't able to really get the same kind of speaker sound that I've gotten from the iPhone. Now, I do like the curved glass design of this. It does feel amazing to hold in your hand, and that's partially because of the little bump at the back here. I like that it's micro USB because then I can just go to the dollar store and pick up lots of different cords once the ones that I have break, because it happens all too often that the cables kink and then wires touch inside and it no longer works. But yeah, for the most part, I've come to like using this phone, even though there's still some trouble getting around all the Android software that I'm not used to. I'm still really impressed by this phone. It is just about over a year old, and they do have the Nexus 4 now, which I believe is made by LG. It has been a long wait to get the Nexus 4 for people that I know. But they have gotten it and they've said good things about it as well. But I just don't want you guys to forget about the older smartphones that are out there. They might be a couple months old, but that's nothing. Like, I mean, some people have cars for decades and they work just fine. This, when it was released with ice cream sandwich on it. But since then, it was updated to 4.1 Jelly Bean, so it's still being updated and it's still working amazingly. Just don't discount old smartphones, especially when they're about a year or less old. God, it looks amazing. Like, I mean, especially these new like Super AMOLED gigantic screen phablet or whatever they're called. They're all pretty good. Like, I mean, it's gonna be different for everyone. Some people are gonna like TouchWiz. Some people are gonna like all the different skins that come with different companies, like with HTC or Samsung or all the other companies out there. Sorry, I don't have like a comprehensive list here, but I like the experience with this. That is a pure Google experience. There's no skin on it. Just look out for what's best for your situation. And hopefully you do consider the older phones, especially since you can get them on a discounted rate now also. Don't go right away for the newest thing. Sometimes you just gotta rely on the tried and true. See ya.